This video comes to you from the intersection of they're doing really well and we don't have an original idea. Okay, so I can feel the hate already from any Android or Google fans out there who saw that intro but didn't see the keynote. So let me start from the beginning. I'm Simon from TechnoLife Video and we're talking about the launch of the Pixel phone. I'm going to keep this video pretty short, sweet, as short as I get, as sweet as I can get. Basically, Google have announced a new phone. It's basically for them to kind of more tightly integrate software and hardware. They've had the Nexus phones in the past, but this is a Google phone, and you know, they're trying to go down the Apple path, basically more tightly integrate software and hardware. It's pretty simple. The phone, I don't know about the design. It's got a fingerprint reader. It's got a better camera than the iPhone 7 according to Google. It's going to be fast. It's going to have a nice screen. It's got the new Google interface. It's got Google Assistant, which is the big thing, which is that your phone can kind of have a conversation with you. So it's kind of Siri, or where Siri needs to go. My only question is, how good is it? Because Google are renowned for releasing stuff that is just awful. And when I say that, what I mean is that they release stuff that is undercooked and it's actually not ready for market, and therefore it doesn't succeed because it can't get traction. It has to be ready, and Apple get criticized for holding off, but when they release something, it really generally works to a fairly high standard. It may not do all the things that you want it to do, but the things that it does do, it normally does well. So the Assistant is, well, Tony Time is going to tell on that one. The phone, I'm sure it will do well. It looks like an iPhone front on, but it's actually wedge shaped, thicker at the top, thinner at the bottom. They had to go about the camera bump. Of course they were going to do that. They had to go about the headphone jack. Of course they were going to do that. They are very predictable. Their presentation was 100% Apple. To use that opening, I used that opening line, but Steve Jobs had a very famous line, which was, "Apple meets at the intersection of technology and liberal arts." That is like, a quote for the ages from Steve Jobs. And what did Google do? They said our phone meets at the intersection now, I think it was, of software and hardware. And I'm going, what? Like, that's not, I don't know. Their quote, I'm not sure if that's 100% it. I have to check back and watch the presentation again. But it wasn't inspiring. It was just, this is sad and pathetic. They need to have an original idea. They need to stop kind of comparing so much or trying to copy, and just go, this is the way we're going to do things, and forge their own path. That doesn't mean the technologies can't be the same, but at least the way in which you present it could be different. And looking at other stuff that they presented, they also had their own VR headset. It's designed to be more a kind of a fashion item almost, which is kind of weird, but it's meant to be comfortable basically. Instead of being a kind of plastic device, it's material and soft. They're obviously pushing down that path. I'll cover more of VR my thoughts on VR in another video. Besides the fact that I've got that and I don't need VR. I've got Reality, but there is uses for it. Also home automation is a big thing. Their take on it is basically having that virtual assistant there to talk to and communicate and get that virtual assistant to do things. Obviously turn lights on and off and control music and all sorts of stuff, but it'll be that, again, conversation with a virtual assistant right there in your house. So there you go. What are your thoughts, guys? I would love to hear your thoughts down below in the comments. Are you a Google Android user? Are you going to go to the Google phone? Are you a Samsung user and you're going to stay there? Are you an Apple user? Are you tempted by this? What are your thoughts? Love to hear those comments. Please give the video a thumbs up. Of course, subscribe to the channel for all the latest tech videos and more coverage on the Pixel phone. I'm Simon from TechnoLife Video. We'll see you next time. Bye. This video can't...